Good morning, colleagues. We've got a lot to discuss.
Would you mind giving us some more details about this story?
Yes, well, this is another expenses story, and it's the MP concerned is Taiwo Owatemi, who's the MP for Coventry Northwest, and is also government whip, who voted recently in favour of the £5 billion worth of cuts to benefits and welfare payments.
Wow.
But it seems that she's getting a bit of a benefit of her own, because on top of her £94,000 a year salary, which was approved last week, 2.8% rise, and her expenses, which includes accommodation costs.
Yeah.
He's also claimed £900 in pet rent, so that her pet cockapoo, Bella, can stay with her at a London accommodation.
This is absolutely bonkers.
We're going to do things differently. We're going to tell the truth, even when they are hard truths.
This is it, the scandal that could shake the foundations of British politics once again. A Labour MP, entrusted with the duty to serve the people, is now at the centre of a shocking expenses controversy. But this time, it's not lavish dinners or luxury hotels, it's something even more outrageous. Taxpayer money. Your money is being used to pay rent for a dog. Yes, you heard that right. While struggling families across the UK face crushing costs of living, an elected official is allegedly cashing in on the system. And the kicker, the people meant to oversee these expenses signed off on it. How did this happen? Who is responsible? And what does this say about the state of our government? We're breaking it all down, uncovering every detail, and revealing why this could be just the tip of the iceberg. Stay with me, because what we're about to expose will leave you furious. Meet Taiwo Owatemi, the Labour MP for Coventry Northwest and a government whip, someone responsible for keeping IPSA in line. Well, it turns out she may not have been keeping herself in line. On top of her £94,000 annual salary, a salary that just received a £2,800 boost, Owatemi claimed a staggering £900 in expenses. Not for travel, not for office supplies, but for pet rent. That's right. Nearly £1,000 of taxpayer money was used to cover accommodation for her pet cockapoo, Bella. The timing, absolutely disgraceful. Just as Parliament approved a £5 billion cut to welfare programs, leaving some of the most vulnerable people in Britain struggling to survive, an MP found a way to claim public funds for her own pet's comfort. You couldn't make this up.
Rachel
But here's
Reeves's
the real
budget
question.
has complicated the
How does
lives
something
of
like
millions
this
of British
even get
people
approved?
and affected
Surely
many
someone had to
businesses in
look
the
at
United
this
Kingdom.
and say, wait a
Now,
minute, why are
she faced some
taxpayers
tough
covering
questions
this?
in
But no.
Parliament regarding her budget.
The Independent Parliamentary
Unfortunately,
Standards Authority
she couldn't answer most
IPSA,
of those
the
questions
watchdog meant
and
to
tried to
prevent
get away
abuse
with
of
it.
public funds, signed off
Before
on
we
it.
begin, we
And now,
request everyone
they're
to hit the
scrambling
like
for
button and
excuses.
subscribe to our...
Their response, they claim it was a simple miscommunication in how the expense was described. A clerical error, a mistake. But does anyone actually believe that? Let's be real, this isn't just about language. This is about a broken system that continuously fails the British people. If this story sounds familiar, it's because we've been here before. Remember the 2009 MP expenses scandal? It started with small, questionable claims. Then suddenly, it was an avalanche, luxury second homes, most cleanings, private swimming pools, and now it's pet rent.
Subscribe to our channel.
The problem isn't
Let's
just
watch
this
the
one
clip.
expense, it's the culture of
Dave
entitlement in
Harry
Parliament.
Thank you, Madam
While
Deputy
pensioners
Speaker.
struggle to afford
At
heating,
the general
while families
election,
make
the
impossible
Chancellor
choices between
promised
food and rent,
growth
some MPs
and
continue
no
to play the
increase in
system for their
taxes,
own
but as
benefit.
Chancellor,
And
she
this
has
might
delivered
only be the
no
beginning.
growth.
Got a huge
The
respect for the Honourable
backlash has
Lady, but
been
that question
immediate.
doesn't do her
Across
justice. As I
social
said
media,
to the
furious
Right Honourable
taxpayers are demanding
Gentleman
answers.
earlier, yes, if you
Some
start in
MPs are calling for
2023,
stricter
cumulative
oversight.
growth is lower, but the
But
general
here's
election
the
didn't
real
take place
question.
in 2023.
Will anything
It
actually
took place
change?
in
Or will this just be another
2024?
scandal brushed under the rug?
economy is
If history
bigger at
is
the
any
end of
indicator,
this Parliament,
MPs will
than the
apologize,
OBR
claim
forecast
ignorance,
previously.
maybe
Those
even
are the
refund the
numbers,
money,
those are the facts,
and then
that's the difference
continue
that this Labour
business
government
as
are making.
usual. But you have the power to demand accountability.
Bonkers. I mean, the public are going to be outraged at this. This is a party that has just decided to cut the welfare bill of this country and potentially hurt some of the poorest people in the country. And we've got an MP claiming expenses on their dog.
Yeah, not only that, everybody's struggling. Everybody who hasn't had benefits cut is struggling with their bills.
Yeah.
We're getting council tax going through the roof. And of course, there's the elderly people who had their winter fuel payment removed. The optics of this are very, very bad. I mean,
What do you think? Should MPS be allowed to claim expenses for personal luxuries like pet rent? Is this just a one-off mistake or a symptom of a much bigger problem in our government? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay informed on stories the mainstream media won't dig into, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. We'll be watching and we won't let them get away with it. Because here's the truth, if we don't hold them accountable now, what's next? If pet rent is acceptable today, what's stopping even greater abuses tomorrow? Stay tuned, stay informed, and stay ready because this fight is far from over.